Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy 007 here to do another review on the stock market for what we're looking for going into next week. So last week we said SPY was, we're waiting to see how it play out because we were seeing a lot of mixed signals in the dollar index breaking out, and the oil was breaking out as well. And since this was something that never happened before, because usually higher dollar is bad for oil, and higher oil price is good for the market, because of higher economic activities. We weren't sure how to play it, so I thought maybe we could have came down a little bit, but we didn't. We kept grinding upwards because, we got the stimulus bill, everything was extremely bullish, everybody started buy, and we hit all-time highs. So this week, I think with the stimulus bill pass, we could see a little bit pullback. One more shakeout before we make another run to like SPY 400, because the highest the other day was like around 395-ish. So I think we could probably grind up 5 more points, but maybe after a small pullback. So we'll look a little bit into the SPY chart or ES chart into what happened last time the stimulus bill got passed. So here's some of the dates I wrote down already and I looked into. So last time we had the stimulus bill that got passed in the Congress was December 21st, which was this candle right here. And the market started to grind up a little bit, slowly. And then over here, December 27th, apparently that was a weekend. So when that bill got passed, we gapped up. And then just kind of choked for a few days because everybody was expecting for market to run nuts, right? So since everybody was expecting that, they didn't give what everybody wants, so it choked for a few days. And then we had this one day where we dropped 8.5 points, which is a lot. So that kind of probably shook everybody out on January 4th. That shook everyone out. And after it shook everybody out, we continued to grind further up, hitting the upper trend line of new all-time highs here. And then shook, kind of chopped a little bit more, came back down again, and then hit another new all-time high. And just continued the pattern, just, hitting new all-time highs, chopping, coming back, and then hitting new all-time highs again. It's looking like this is a new pattern where we're chopping a little bit, and then we're coming back, and then we're hitting new all-time highs again, and then we chop, come back, so hopefully this is the pullback here. Ideally, I think we're probably gonna pull back around maybe 385 area, hopefully. That'd be a nice small pullback, and then chop back up all the way to like 401 to 402 range. Before we come back down one more time. So hopefully if it hits that $400 range, hopefully this time the tech sector will follow with it as well, and we can all start making like really good recovery. So last week I wasn't sure what's going to happen with the tech sector as well. It was extremely weak. We hear a lot of talks about techs crashing and stuff. There's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt being thrown around the tech sector, but they're still the strongest because earning has been great. Just the thing with the yield, that's kind of scary a little bit. So far tech is slow in the recovery, struggling to come back. We're hitting some rejection over here around this area, 317 area. So I think if we break above 317, the QQQ will be extremely bullish, coming back to all-time highs around 338. So that's almost like a nice 15-point move. But we could get a slight rejection here from 316-ish back to 307 before making a bigger leg up. That would kind of form an inverse head and shoulder here. And then lastly, we got the dollar index. It's still kind of throwing out mixed signals. So if we are bullish, look for the dollar index to drop under this line here, under 91. So that's if we're trying to be bullish, we look for that. Otherwise, we could see this grind further, and then chopping the market some more. So we'll see how this plays out. And then over here we got the oil sector. Oil sector has been extremely hot. We said that last week. We're still waiting for that rejection around 55.6 area. So oil sector has been tearing up non-stop, almost back to the pre-COVID levels here. And out of the last 28 trading days, it was green for 27 of those days. So this run's eventually got to end at some point or another. So watch for possibly a big spike up like this, and then pull back a little bit to retest some of the supports. That's the ideal position going into it. But with that, that's pretty much it for this week. I don't have a lot of time to go into more stuff, but some of the plays last week are still pretty valid. One of the other things I was looking at was AMD. That was another stock that I think we can see some good recovery in terms of moving up further. If we get a nice pullback, if we test the line around 75 area, or maybe even like 77 area, I'd love to see us come back to 88 or even all-time highs here. Then we have marijuana stock that I think we could hit all-time highs as well. There's a lot of speculation with Governor Cuomo. He's getting accused of a lot of sexual allegations and stuff, and because of that, they've been really pushing forward the marijuana bill. So if we get a passage in New York, we could see a huge movement on that marijuana sector. This whole sector could start to run back to all-time highs around $15 area. So that's going to be something very interesting to watch out for. But if we pull back to maybe $8 or $9 area, this is the $9 line here on CRON, that would be a really good buying opportunity, because overall marijuana is pretty bullish long term. And then watch for that run up. But that's pretty much it. I hope this helps you guys. If it does, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks, and have a good night. See ya.